He's going to find himself getting passed by multiple cars, as I mentioned earlier on. So he's in a very precarious situation, but he often finds himself in these places. He doesn't qualify as well as he races.
Up front, they are getting with Lee Aberdeen and Luca Varani, not very far apart at all here. But I just want to see how Alistair Haight deals with Marcello Kessler coming around the old hairpin.
But I would say it's not the best decision they've ever made, just not having done that under the safety car, really.
Yeah, they're taking their pit stop strategies from Ferrari lately. What's going on?
In turn one, just too much gas on them, too much feet on the loud pedal, and unfortunately he's dropped him all the way down the order. But Philip Hammer is out in front by an 8.91 seconds. Oh, Dan Michael is a wall there, sir. And it definitely doesn't want to be hitting that earlier on as well.
Difficult, the understeer is in the dirty air through that final corner because it's such a long corner and you get dragged off into the grass very easily. He'll have the slipstream down towards the chicane. Peterson was briefly alongside, but that slipstream has saved him and kept him in third.
Yeah, Varani now lost a little bit of time to Aberdeen, about half a second. Peterson is Pike's pushed more and forward up ahead. He's got out of line. Is now Pike going to have a go? Werrell, don't push him off. He's in the championship fight. Jack Werrell chasing down Carl Jacklin. Further down, Rob Williams and Chris Barnes.
Sensational run outside line now though for the heavy braking zone. Around the outside goes the Audi R8.
Look how much Miller's come back into play. Exactly, Miller's just like dropping. He's not just second and change. All of a sudden, Miller's back in play.
Moving on to the back end of Phil Jocelyn. So there's been a lot of movers and shakers in this first 2 laps here for race.
Absolutely serious racing league. Everybody's allowed to have fun. Yeah,
It's all about the entertainment.
so I hope everybody is enjoying themselves out there in the chat. We know that Ron is been enjoying himself watching. And Burger King machines off into the grass a little bit there. Is it really bunching up now?
Standing out from the crowd is a challenge. You have the passion, courage, and ambition to do something extraordinary. You have an awesome story to tell and a wonderful vision to share with the world. At Eddie Videos, we take that vision and turn it into reality so you can be heard above the rest. You need something different, and we give you the ultimate advantage. We can help you transform your ideas, images, and clips into a professional video that brings your message to life and sets a new bar for excellence. Visuals, voiceovers, editing, animations, whatever you need, we've got it all. If you're a new business looking to make your mark or an experienced company searching for something new and amazing, we're here to help. Trust us to take your video to amazing levels of awesomeness.
Coming down, does he have it? He's going to get it.
He's on the outside line though, going into the fastest corner on the circuit. Surely this can't work.
Dominic Ligner has got a sensational run outside line now though for the heavy braking zone. Around the outside goes the Audi R8.
Look how much Miller's caught back into play. Exactly, Miller's still such up. He's not on second and change. All of a sudden, Miller's back in play.
Can Barry do it? Big Barry's going to do it. Big Barry! Good evening and welcome to Sunday night. It's the iGPFun F3 League Round 9 Season 3 live from the Nurburgring Strecke circuit in Germany. I am James Parfitt and today I'm going to be joined in the booth by Piers, who has come back for another week to cover Mr. Ewan O'Leary. And as always, guys, we can jump in to the top 30 of the championship as they stand right now. Kenzie Newhoff is in first on 292 with Connor Gibb on 271. Christian Glamseater on 255, with Andy Flynn on 244. Of course, that's helps Flint by his third place last week at Donington. Then we got Antonio Jimenez, who won Donington on 244. Adam Tarmsworth 218. Marcis Putnieks on 208. Evan Way on 204. And Marek Otlovs on 189, tied with Leonard Cherry. Chuck Morrow in 11th on 180 with Robert Ridgway on 179. Koji Ito on 174 with Vyacheslav Podopenko on 173. Then we got Jakub Olezwinski on 169. Pedro Suarez on 165 with Rino Scatini on 164, then Samuel Hermer on 156. Jacques Willems 149 with Steve Ridders on 139. Dorian Origo on 139 with Yang Shilin on 138. Then you got Gianfranco Bagoda on 129 with Alvin Chan on 128. Then you got Irvin Tumekins on 127, Will McIntyre on 104 with Dennis Cornu on 103, Stuart Milne on 102, Marcelo Kessler on 97, and John McKenzie on 97. That is your top 30. In the rookie standings, we've got Connor Gibb out in front on 301 with Dennis Cornu behind him currently at the moment on 209. Then Louis Gregg on 123. The battle for the championship is between Connor Gibb and Dennis Cornu. Everybody else is mathematically impossible to take the championship. In the 2.5K standings is Rino Scatini with Dorian Origo in second place, and then Michael LeMay in third. Maximilian Gebhardt fourth. Arturo Mayorga in fifth. Stuart Milne sixth, and then John McKenzie in seventh, and then Dennis Reed on 164. Your top 8 are the ones that are mathematically possible to take the championship. In the overall team standings, Connor Gibb and Christian Glamseater from No Limits Sim Racing have taken the lead on 526 with Scudiera Hydro Race Racing Forces Formula Sim Racing Team by iRace with Andy Flint and Adam Tarmsworth in second, and Hydro Race Racing Forces of Kenzie Newhoff and Pedro Suarez in third place. But it is the turn of the Nurburgring. And let's bring Piers into the booth to have a chat. Piers, good evening to you, sir. How are you?
Evening, James. I'm very good, thank you. Yeah, looking forward to hopefully another good night of racing. We had some good stuff last time out, some good battles for the lead, and even some drama there, which is always good for us. But I'm sure they'll hopefully be looking for a bit more stability up in front this time round.
Yeah, definitely. Jerome Lamy, welcome in. Good luck, guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget the purple zone today goes all the way down to the Ford curve, which is turn 7. So there will be no active overtakes until they get down from turn 7 on that run from the Ford curve down into the Dunlop curve here this evening. Okay, so no active overtakes from everybody. 28 laps of racing here this evening, and I'm very, very excited for this. The suggested fuel limit, 42.5 litres. Obviously, that depends on your driving style and whether or not that is enough for you. Nürburgring, Germany, Piers. It's an interesting circuit, should we say, for the Formula 3s.
It is, yeah. It's good fun, I feel like, this circuit. You've got turn 1 for a good overtaking opportunity, and turn 8 into the Dunlop care as well, with some nice corners. But the Mercedes arena can be a bit slow and clumsy in these kind of cars, so it's going to be interesting. It's tough for the setup to get something that matches both, so it'll be interesting to see which of our competitors today can manage to do that.
Yeah, definitely as well. There was a lot of action at Donington last week. If you have not seen it, go and watch it back. It is some incredible racing. Bartolotta and Herma had a coming together on lap 18. And then, of course, we had the Willems-Morrow and Hopkin-Herma incident on lap 20. I believe it was lap 24 or 26 for them guys, having their own little coming together as well. So, you know, there was some interesting action last week at Donington. Donington was an interesting circuit, I thought. It was very tight. It was very tough for these guys to try and get through. But here at Nürburgring, they've got a lot more room.
Yeah, there's definitely a bit more overtaking opportunity here. There's a few more slower corners, so hopefully we should get a bit more, kind of fewer do-or-die moves this week. But you never know, with the fast chicane at the end of lap, turn 14, 15, it's very easy to go side by side into there and have a mistake. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's one of the things we have got to look out for. That run down into turn 1, of course, down there from the start-finish line. Also going to be tricky for these guys down in through the Mercedes arena, and turn 6, 7 Ford curve down to Dunlop curve. Of course, we got the very fast left right of Schumacher S's here, which Adam Townsman is just about to go through now. There he goes. There's the left. There's the right as we push on up until 11, and then we go into the left-hander of 11, and then right into Bilston curve here. There's the one of the right-handers, and then on that run round turn 13, which is just ahead of us there, that kink in the racetrack, and then we come into the Vito chicane, which is 14 and 15. That quick flick left, quick flick right. And there's a lot to be involved with it here as well. You want to try and take as little of the curb on the inside, as little on the exit as you can. And then you're going to be wanting to hug the pit lane entrance here all the way round, turn 16, before you go off once more round this lap. That is qualifying, and that has come to the end. Adam Townsman is the last man to set a time here. So we will see how these guys get on once more. It's going to be exciting, Piers. We've got 38 cars, I would say, here registered for this evening. 38 cars going down into turn 1. You know, we've got the purple zone that kind of eliminates the lap 1, turn 1 incidents, but there still can be incidents on the run down from 7 into 8.
Yes, with the camber of turn 8, it's very easy to try and send one up the inside and use the camber to allow you to stick ahead. So I think we'll definitely see some moves into turn 8 here, but especially with how close everyone is as well. Some really close gaps in qualifying all the way down the field. Yeah. So I feel like we're in for a great race here, and yeah, hopefully it's a good one.
Well, I'm sure it will be, but here is the grid for the race. Qui Tiago Montaner is your pole man, with Kevin Zwemstra in second. All Dutch 1-2 there. Timo Milikangas in third. Lee Aberdeen fourth. Kenzie Neuhoff in fifth. Andy Flynn sixth. Tony Jimenez seventh, with Andrea Catalani in eighth. Simon Fessy 9th, Pedro Suarez 10th, and then Connor Gibb in 11th with Nicholas Westman in 12th place. Then beyond from that, you got Josh Sentence 13th, Leonard Cherry 14th, Christian Glamseater down in 15th, Irvin Tumakin 16th, Chuck Morrow 17th, Robert Ridgway 18th, Stu Mill 19th, Alex Hopkins in 20th with Marcis Putnieks in 21st, Dennis Cornu in 22nd, and then Vyacheslav Potapenko in 23rd. Louis Gregg is in 24th. Zoltan Zamota in 25th with Adam Townsma in 26th. Marek Otlovs, Michael LeMay 27-28. Reed Dennis in 29th, Koji Ito 30th, Reno Scatini 31st, John McKenzie 32nd, Garrett Spence 33rd, Marcello Kessler 34th, Matthew Gracie in 35th, and Patrick Rowlands 36th. Dorian Arujo in 37, Maximilian Gebhardt 38, and maybe Jesper Sandström. He didn't set a time in quali, so I would not expect him to be in the race. But let's see whether or not I have been proven wrong, and Jesper just fancy starting at the back, which I don't believe he does. Ryan O'Connor, hi there, JP Booth. Hi there, Mr. O'Connor. Hope you're having a fabulous day today. I have just ventured back from Thruxton, where I watched the British Superbikes and some amazing sidecar action as well, by the way. But I'm back in my natural habitat on the booth, bringing you some F3s, talking with young Piers here in the booth. I say young because pretty much everybody I commentate with is younger than me. But the lights are coming on once more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we are up and running here at the Nurburgring in Germany. And it is Matteo out in front with Zwemstra in second. Of course, Millie Kangas sitting in third with Aberdeen fourth as well. No active overtakes, don't forget, from that purple zone until we get down into turn 7. I will tell you when we are entering into turn 7, and right about now we are coming through turn 4. Just how important is it for Matteo here to try and get away from the pack going down into turn 7 here, Piers, because he wants to open up that gap up as soon as he can?
Yep, definitely important to get that gap out before he gets to turn 8, coming out of turn 7 now, and then especially with the run up the hill into the Schumacher S, it's very easy to get a big toe up there, so he's done a good job so far of building out the gap.
Yeah, he definitely has. He's done a stellar job opening up the gap at the moment, and nearly a second. Millikangas and Zwemstra battling it out side by side nearly as they come round turn 8. Now it's all about what Zwemstra's going to be able to do. Is he going to be able to hold on from Millikangas through the Schumacher S's? He can. Goes up into 11, and at the moment he's still managing to hold on here. Here's Kevin Zwemstra. He's going to go left, then he's going to go to the other side of the track, flick it round to the right he goes, and then off up until the Bielston curb there as well. So nice little gentle battles all the way through the field at the moment as well, as we run from Andy Flint to Tony Jimenez. Your 1 and 3 from last week. Of course, we had Kenzie Newhoff in that second place there as well. Just how important do you think for Jimenez? He wants to build on that win, doesn't he? He doesn't want to be sat down in 7th place at the moment.
No, definitely not. As you say, he'll be looking to build on the momentum of last week, but then he wasn't leading for about half the race last week. What he did, though, was keep it nice and clean and save his tyres and everything for the end. So Jimenez very good at playing the long game, and I'm sure we'll see the same again tonight from him.
Yeah, and there was also help from the incident as well, wasn't there, from the front two there, as Kevin Zwemstra and Timo Millikangas looked like they were side by side going into turn 1. Millikangas is pushing Zwemstra here. He's trying his absolute hardest to try and get past the Dutchman, with the current Dutchman 1 and 2 on that run down from 5 into turn 6. The left-hander before we go into 7, and Millikangas sitting right up behind Kevin Zwemstra here. Zwemstra's not going to have much of an opportunity here to try and relax a little bit. He's going to have Millikangas all up, right up behind him as soon as he can. Millikangas pulls out. Is he going to go up the inside of turn 8? He is at the moment, and unfortunately for Kevin Zwemstra, he's going to be the one who is trying to chase down Millikangas now as well. One of the moves we did talk about there, Piers, going into turn 8.
Yeah, as we said, he just used the camber on the inside. Very clever, clean move overtake from Millikangas there. But all this has done is allowed Marteau up in front to build a really nice gap at the moment. So he's going to be looking pretty at the moment, you have to say, for the win.
Yeah, Matteo up in front, of course, with Milikangas, Zwemstra and Aberdeen, the man from down under. Kenzie Nieuwhof, the other Dutchman. Can he make it a 1-2-3 of Dutch racers on the podium here this evening? Well, we are just about to find out. Further down, Robert Ridgway with Chuck Morrow tucked up right behind him. Stu Mill, Alec Hopkins and Marcius Putnieks down there as well. Patrick Rowlands has taken a bit of a diver off track, and I did believe Westman and Koji Ito have not done themselves any favours here either. Jesper Sandström did take to the grid for the Alcantech team and is now chasing down Matthew Gracie. So maybe Sandström's on a last to first challenge here, but Milikangas and Zwemstra's still going for it here. What's Aberdeen going to do? Their teammates, is he going to say to Kevin Zwemstra, well, if you're not going to get past, let me have a go, or do you think he's just going to sit there?
I think he's just going to sit there for now. They're all races at the end of the day, so I'm not sure how much they'll be playing the team game, especially early on. But later on, we might see them do that depending on how the race goes, but there's a long way to go before then.
Yeah, Kenzie Nieuwhof is sitting, of course, right behind Lee Aberdeen. Look at all them flags, says Ryan O'Connor. All the countries represented on the left-hand side. There is lots of countries involved here. Dutch, Finnish, Australian, American, Italian, Portuguese, French, Spanish, English, Norway, Scotland and Latvia. They are just from all around the globe at the moment here in the iGPFun League as well. Don't forget, celebrating 20 years this year of league racing, which is absolutely incredible, as there's some leagues that don't even make 20 months, let alone 20 years, but these guys have done an absolute stellar job. Connor Gibb here tucked in with Antonio Jimenez. Jimenez has got to try and stay ahead of Gibb if he can. Gibb's going to try and run him up the inside. Jimenez there as well. We're looking at free wide with Leonard Cherry. Wants to get involved as these guys go rushing out. Free is not... Oh, it did work, but only because Leonard Cherry backed out there, Piers.
Yeah, I was shocked they went for that. That is not a corner where you go 3 wide into, but fair play. They all kept it really clean, and that's one of the things that you have to say has led to this league being so successful for so long, is this lovely clean racing that we love to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And now Leonard Cherry and Jimenez going at it as well. There's Pedro Suarez. They're going to be running 3 wide once more down into the corner. Suarez goes through. Is Cherry going to go through over Jimenez? You can see further back Clamcia having a race and a go with Sentence. They're running side by side as well. It is a terrific action all the way through the field here as the leaders get about spread out at the moment, but Christian Clamcia just cannot get past Josh Sentence. We know how tough Sentence is going to be to overtake here. What's Clamcia got to do here, Piers? Come on, tell us.
I think he's just got to sit behind for a bit and look for any potential weaknesses. You know, there's a lot that you can learn from just sitting behind a driver and seeing where they're strong and where they're weak. So no driver's perfect. So if Clamcia can just sit behind and identify any potential weak points, whether he's slow out the hairpin or doesn't quite carry enough speed into the last chicane, for example, it's just something he can look for and then use that to kind of come up with a plan of attack.
And what bar, sticking a stick out the window and sticking it in Sentence's tyres. What is going to be his attack? He seems to Sentence is picking up the draft in front from Jimenez. Clamcia is picking up the draft from him. Have we got this draft train that we talk about developing as well? Because you can see that out the field, Catalani is trying to have a go as well here, as Catalani has just cleared Simon Fessy, and of course we know about Fessy's pace last week. Did an absolutely stellar job, but what is everybody got to do? I know we're saying look at weaknesses and look at points and, try and pick where you're quicker, they're quicker. But if you're generally running in around the same lap time of the late 150s, early 51s, where are you going to find the space?
Well, in that case, they're either just going to have to be very brave onto the brakes into, say, turn 1 or into the hairpin, or just sit back and wait for a mistake. We saw some mistakes last time out in Donington. So patience could be the name of the game here, as it looks like they're going to go side by side into turn 2. I think, giving him space. Fessy's going to go on the outside into 3.
Is he going to be able to make it there as well? Fessy gets his nose chopped off from Catalani and unfortunately cannot deliver that overtake that he's probably so desperately wanting to here. Fessi's going again. He's weaving around. He's trying to clear Catalani. He wants to clear Catalani. He has to clear Catalani before Flynn opens up any more of them 6/10 gap that he's already opened here as well. It's 6/10 between 3rd, 4th and 5th at the moment, and we are now facing the Catalani-Fessi battle that once more is going to develop. Is Fessi going to go for it now? He can see Catalani through the centre S as we tuck him right behind him. He's gone now as well. Is he going to be able to run it down the outside? Is Fessi and Catalani going to go side by side into turn 11? They're not this time around. Catalani cuts him off once more. Fessi comes out of turn 12 through Bilston. He still can't get through Piers. He's trying as Fessi. He's thrown everything at him. The kitchen sink, the utensils, the wipes in the back, throwing the mashed potato, and Simon Fessi still can't get through.
No, this has been fantastic car placement. Oh, they touch! Oh no, Catalani's lost another position there. I think Fessi's going to maintain. Oh no, he's on the outside now as the last corner. I think he's going to lose that position as well.
Oh, Fessi and Catalani, I know we said throw anything at each other, but I didn't literally think you were going to throw the cars at each other. Oh, dearie me, that's just unfortunate for them two as they go racing down into turn 1. Fessi, Catalani's going up the inside, knocks with Suarez. God, Catalani. It's like sitting watching a bumper cars at a fair here at the moment. Catalani having a good old go, but maybe a little bit too much of a go here, Piers.
Yep, I was actually just about to compliment him on his car placement because he'd done really well placing his car coming up the Schumacher S and into turn 11, but then I do think he was slightly deep into those last few corners, so I think I'd put him to blame for between the contact there, and it looks like it's cost him.
What about the Fessi incident though? Where would you go on that one? Because obviously, they had contact, they made contact, and at the end of the day, it was a little bit messy from Catalani and Fessi, and it's not your, how can I put it, your ideal scenario. Because if we have a look back here, we'll just see what happens with Cherry chasing down Suarez. Are they going to be able to get through round the left, round the right of the Schumacher? They're not on that run up now into turn 11. Cherry's taking it too wide once more here as well. Not going to be able to get through. Jimenez still sitting in there as well like a pouncing tiger. Hidden dragon is Tony Jimenez, the man from Spain who took that win in Donington last week. It got a little bit messy, right? I'm not going to lie, with Simon Fessi and Catalani, and probably not the best way of doing an overtake. Fessi's on the outside here, and Catalani runs it in, doesn't he? Runs it in deep. Oh,
yeah, I think that's on Catalani. Yeah, Fessi left him plenty of room. He was in front, and Catalani's just gone wide into him.
Oh,
I don't think Fessi can take any of them.
No, Catalani's gone again. What has he been up to this time as Catalani? You see Cherry in the background with Suarez. Same chicane. Same chicane. Turn 11, turn 12. No. Oh. Oh, my dearie me.
Well, it's been a rough lap for him.
Oh, poor old Catalani has really got himself into it here in turns 14 and 15, I should say. But again, where do you look at placing the blame? He lost it on his own. What he probably should have done at that moment in time is held his brakes and sat there. But he didn't. He tried to spin it back, get back on track as quick as possible, and nearly ended up taking out most of the field.
Yeah, that was very well done for everyone else avoiding him there, because with that cloud of tyre smoke, it's very easy to just go into someone there. So that's very good from everyone. And yeah, hopefully we can go back to some nice clean racing now.
Yeah, Connor Gibb further up the field has now got the man, Simon Fessi, closing him down from France here. Then we've got a 3.5 second gap to the Cherry. Suarez, Jimenez, Clancy, a battle. I bet Jimenez, after his victory last week, is wishing he was up here with this one. I'm not going to lie, because Jimenez was, I would have thought he would have come out and built on his win that he had last time out in Donington. But Donington, compared to Nurburgring, is just a completely different entity of track. You've almost got that short, fast track of Donny, which is tight and can't really go through anywhere. And then you've got this wide open, long 16 corner Nürburgring Strecke circuit, and it's just a completely different entity for Jimenez there as well. I'm surprised he's struggling. I thought him and Suarez and Glamseater would have been a little bit further up here, Piers, but we've got 20 laps remaining, so maybe, just maybe, for Jimenez.
Yep, long way to go, and yeah, lots of our stills to go. As that looked like some very late defense there on the inside from Cherry, but yeah, it looks like they're all going to get through okay, but I think that looked slightly late to me, but yeah, I'd have to see a replay.
I'm sure the stewards will come out and let us know if there's any incidents and accidents and anything that's being looked at, of course, here, because we generally do get information coming through from regarding penalties there as well. So it's been very interesting that currently at the moment, by what I can see, there isn't any penalty. Was suspended DQ for Alvin Chan, Salito a light dive causing contact, and Millie Can gets a major warning, not for causing the accident. It's not that bad, but because a fast driver choosing to start at the back and then mixing it up with the slower driver needs to be incredibly clean. So Millie Can gets copped a bit of a penalty there for trying that last to first challenge. I'm wondering if kind of Jesper Sandström is going to pick up the same kind of thing here. He's down in 26th. He hasn't caused any incidents, which for him is good. But for Suarez and Jimenez, they've got to go once more here as we're on lap 8 of 28. So it's getting interesting here, Piers.
Yes, it is, and yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here as we go on board with Jimenez. Looks like he's going to go into the outside. We have seen contact here before, but I think he's got the move done before the braking, so very good move there from Jimenez. Yeah,
to be honest, I would be very surprised if there was contact with him and Suarez. Both of them are fairly clean. Look behind, though. That is a little bit of a gaggle of cars. Westman, Glamseater, Sentence, Ridgway, Morrow, Milne and Putnieks here as well. You can see the defense from Westman. He's gone all the way to the left-hand side. Glamseater has got tucked in with Sentence. Sentence has got nowhere to go. 3 wide down into turn 1. Oh, Westman sent it in deep there. He manages to survive. What about Robert Ridgway? He manages to get past currently Stuart Milne and is now up behind Chuck Morrow. Morrow's got he nearly got hold of Sentence, but not because he nearly overtook him there, Piers, because he nearly hit him up the rear end.
Yep, yeah, that was very close, but fantastic stuff. They've all kept it clean so far as he's going around the outside of 6 and the inside into 7. Oh, that's a great move there on the inside of Chuck Morrow. But will Morrow get a good run out here and be able to get back into the hairpin? I'm not sure. I think Ridgway might just have... Oh, no. Yeah, Ridgway's just got enough in front.
Yeah, Morrow's now. Ridgway went in deep. Morrow's got the exit. They're going to be running side by side up through turn 9s and 10 through the Schumacher S. Morrow takes the position away. Milne's on the defensive from Putnieks. Putnieks has got Hopkins for company. Hopkins is on the other side of the track. And then we've got Tumakins, Konu and Adam Townsma. Gaggle of cars fighting it out here as well. Dennis Konu. Ooh. Gee whiz, Irvin Tumakins. Literally like a plastic surgeon on Kim Kardashian, just gets his nose and chops it right off there of Dennis Cornu. What is he going to be able to do on that one? Well, Cornu's going to have to go and get a nose job done, I think, on that one, because he nearly lost it with Putnieks and Hopkins still fighting out. Ridgway still hanging on from Milne, and Fessy is still fighting it out further up the field. But look at these gaggle of cars here, Piers. Surely this isn't going to end the way that we think it's going to end, right? There's going to be some nice, tidy racing going on here.
I think so. They've all kept it clean so far and very respectful. We've had a couple of close misses as it looks like Putnieks is going to defend into turn 1. Are they going to go 3 wide again? Not quite this time. But behind him, it looked like that was Hopkins maybe that went wide.
Oh, yeah, Alex Hopkins as well, fighting it out. They're battling away here, Piers. They're scrapping like an absolute trooper. Tumakins, Townsma, Cornu, Potapenko, Hopkins, Putnieks, all fighting it out. Westman still up there. It is having a scrap as well. Webster's now got Aberdeen, the 2 Alcantech NHR by Nyman Racing teammates here as well, sitting in 2nd and 3rd. Neither are really doing amazing, shall we say, in the championship at the moment, but we will keep an eye on it and see how they get on currently at the moment. It's unfortunate for these guys. It's a little bit scrappy for Zwemstra and Aberdeen this season, but we'll see how this one develops. What about Glamseater? Can he get hold of Westman in front? Westman looks like he's closed the gap on Suarez, so from Suarez's point of view, he could have Westman and Glamseater trying to come through.
Yep, this could get very interesting. We saw last week that it's very difficult if you're the car in the middle, because you've got to both focus on the car in front and to attack, as it looks like he's going to go up the inside into the chicane, and he gets the move done. Very nicely done there. And yeah, I think Westman's going to keep pushing forwards. No, he's going to come back. No, they will keep it clean for now, but I think Westman's going to be pushing forwards, trying to catch up to Jimenez now.
Yeah, definitely Westman's going to get a bit of a move on here as well. What about Suarez? Is he going to be able to hold Christian Glamseater back? Is Glamseater going to go and dive the inside in turn one? Side by side, here they go now, almost wheel touching at one point. Glamseater goes through, he opens up that steering, takes Suarez's line away. Suarez cannot get through, and now Glamseater has moved his way up. But what about Morrow? Morrow's got Ridgway and Milne behind him, and then we've got a 1 second gap to Putnieks, who's got Hopkins, Tumikins, Townsma, Sandstrom, also in the Alcantech NHR team as well. He's just cleared Chuck Morrow and is now setting after Adam Townsma. But Alex Hopkins here is trying to hold on. He's trying to kind of defend that line from Tumikins. Tumikins is trying to get through. And Alex Hopkins kind of, at the moment, give him his credit, doing a stellar job. But he's also reminded me of that very cork in a bottle scenario at the moment.
Yep, there is a little bit of a train forming behind him, but yeah, as you say, so far he's kept it very clean, and he's just got to keep placing his car well, and hopefully he can keep holding on.
Yeah, Hopkins with Tumikins up through the Schumacher S as they go on that run up into turn 11. It's going to be the left-hander now. Is Tumikins going to be able to have a go? He's not. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place. Does he defend from Townsma? Does he attack Hopkins? Well, the only man that could probably give you that advice is Tyson Fury on how to defend and attack at the same time here, because at the moment, no, it does look like Townsman's under attack from Sandstrom. Sandstrom's just about to look up the inside of turns 14 and 15. He nearly makes it over Townsman, gets a lot better run out. Is Sandstrom going to nip it up the inside of 16? Townsman's, oh, dearie me, sir, that door was so wide open, it was literally an invite for Sandstrom there with Chuck Morrow, who is all the way on the left-hand side trying to defend from Josh Sentence here. I've never seen anybody quite that far left at the moment.
Yeah, that was quite the interesting defence from Morrow, as he's leaving the door open on the inside. It looks like he's going to get through on the inside. Yeah, he is. That was Morrow was in a tough position there. Nothing really he could do, but he'll be looking to fight back into the hairpin. Yeah,
Rio there. Crazy how big these packs are and how clean they've been. Is this the norm? It is. These guys very rarely get themselves. There's normally a couple of incidents, don't get me wrong. You know, we're not talking from... Sentence went in hot. Excuse me, Rio, just give me 2 seconds. Morrow's surely got to look up the inside of Dunlop. He pulls out now. The man from America. Is he going to push Sentence out? Sentence is trying to run him around the alcove. Off he goes up through Dunlop, and here comes Ridgway. Ridgway's trying to have a go as well here, Piers. He wants to try and get through. He just can't clear what's going on in front. Sentence and Morrow are going at it so much that Ridgway just hasn't got anywhere to go.
No, and this is the fine line of driving these kind of cars, is you've got to attack, defend, and then if you, say, put yourself offline trying to defend or trying to attack, then you suddenly find yourself under pressure like Morrow is now. It looks like Milne's going to have to, or Ridgway, sorry, is going to have to go the long way round. But I wonder, we've seen a few overtakes as he goes side by side into the braking zone. Morrow, he's just going to keep in front.
He opened up the wheels, Morrow did, going into that entrance into 14, and unfortunately Ridgway just had nowhere to go. So yes, these pack sizes are normally the size we're looking at. We do have 36 cars on this circuit. Trust me, we have had races that have had 59 drivers in as well, and trust me, my computer was squealing at me trying to run 60 drivers, but it managed to do it in a successful way, and the racing was absolutely epic. But yes, this is generally the norm for this league. And then further down, we've got Reed Dennis, Marek Otlovs and Louis Gregg with Michael LeMay mixing it up further down as well. All of these guys fighting it out. They're trying to get past. We've got another group of 4 drivers. Then we've got a group of 2, 4, 6, 7. And then another group of 5. And then another group of 2. Oh, big old slide from Louis Gregg there as well. Michael LeMay surely got to have a go. He's got the momentum now as well over Gregg. He's trying to get through. He can't get through. Tucks in behind him into turn 7. And Michael LeMay has got to try and go again. Marek Otlovs is also having a go at Reed Dennis down into turn 8 here as well. The right-hander use the camber, carry speed. Oh, carry the speed, Otlovs, as he's trying to get up behind Reed Dennis here. But Marek Otlovs is looking quick at the moment. He's looking tough. Dennis is looking a little bit raggedy at the moment as well. So he's got to be careful as Otlov, just in case Dennis makes any questionable decisions as Martio goes and sets the fastest lap on a 1:49.095.
Yeah, I completely forgot about Martio up front. He's just had a really nice clean race. But yeah, Ortlov's looking very hooked up there. That car's looking really good into the hairpin. So hopefully he can just sit behind Dennis and shape up a move. He's not going to go for it into the chicane here. But you never know. If he just keeps close, he's going to... God, that looks close behind.
Yeah, Louis Gregg and Michael LeMay battling it out here as well. They're having an absolute epic scrap, are these guys. Also, Robert Ridgway, Stuart Milne. Milne's on our inside. You saw the flash of his wing. There he is again. He's going to try and run us round the outside. The man from Scotland over Robert Ridgway, the man from America. Milne's running around that Mercedes line for the outside. He's got to send it up the inside goes Stuart Milne, manages to hold on, and Ridgway just cannot get through. What about Putnieks? Putnieks is going to have a go as well now down into turn 6 here. Can Putnieks get through? He's having a bit of a battle all at the same time with Ridgway, and Ridgway is in that place that we talk about here, Piers. The rock and the hard place, because he's got to try and attack Milne, defend from Putnieks, and that alone is not an easy thing to do here with 14 laps remaining.
No, I do not envy him at all. He's really going to be looking to get past Milne as soon as possible here, because Putnieks does not look like he wants to hang around. I think he's going to definitely apply some pressure onto Ridgway as we come up through the S's. And I wonder if we might see him move from one of them coming into the chicane here if they get a good run out onto the back straight.
Yeah, well, Putnieks, we're going to find out very, very shortly what's Marcis Putnieks going to be able to do. Is he going to be able to attack Robert Ridgway? Is Sandstrom going to be able to attack as well? As they come up now into that round turn 13, into that chicane of 14 and 15 of Toledo we go. And it's not this time for either of these drivers. Oh, Milne didn't get the exit. Ridgway's going to be nose to tail at the moment here as well. Robert Ridgway, can he manage to hold on? Here we go now. Milne surely got to go on the defensive. He's got to, hasn't he? Here he comes. Here he comes. He's moving. You're still leaving room. Ridgway just said, thank you very much. You leave that door open, sir. And as we say on the JPB YouTube channel, you're going to get burgled. And right about now, there for Stuart Milne, that door was left wide open. Ridgway said, thank you very much there, Piers. You can't really do that with the fact that Ridgway was coming at him constantly.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see anything from Milne there. As you say, he didn't really do anything to try and defend. I don't know if he just did want to lose time and thought Ridgway was quicker, so he just slot in behind. But looks like it's going to come straight under pressure from Sandstrom now, so there's no rest for Milne as Ridgway starts to pull away. But yeah, very surprised we didn't see any defensive moves there from him. Yeah,
it was very kind of, I want to say lackluster, wasn't it? There just wasn't anything. He made a move but didn't quite make the move, and then he just got unfortunately done. And Leonard Cherry and Jimenez are still fighting out here. Tony Jimenez in 10th place at the moment, scrapping with Leonard Cherry like two prize fighters in a boxing ring at the moment, as we're on lap 16 here. So we've got literally 12 to go. Another fast lap from Mateo up front, 1:49.087. Cherry's just nipped up the inside of Jimenez. Is Jimenez going to be able to have another go back? Is they going to be able to take that position away? Unfortunately for them, though, they've got the flying man. I want to say from Finland, but it could be Iceland. But I got a funny feeling that's the Finnish flag. And Westman's trying to get involved here as well, Piers.
Yep, Westman's just been slowly pulling the gap as it looks like Cherry's going to defend on the inside from Jimenez as they come down into turn one. Jimenez, he's just got a nose in front, but the way that corner works, he's going to be run out of room. But Jimenez is kept alongside. He's going to keep up the inside and get moved down into two. That was really good from Jimenez, though. He kept it in when Cherry really squeezed him for space in turn one, as he was allowed to do. Jimenez kept his nose in and got the move done, so really good racing from Jimenez there.
Yeah, do you know what I am surprised about? Cherry did not open up the steering on turn one and just kind of give Jimenez an option. You're going to brake or you're going on the grass, and he didn't kind of do that. Cherry didn't kind of open it up a little bit. You know, we are racing here. This isn't a little tickle party. You know, they're having a flat-out race there, and I'm surprised Cherry just didn't, you know, open it a little bit. Run into turn one and open it a little bit there as well. Good to see QT back in a proper car. Good run from both Kev and Lee too. Finland, correct. Thank you, Rio. Much appreciated for that one, for telling me I am right. I do love it when somebody tells me I'm right. You know what I mean? Normally I'm arguing with the wife and I'm completely incorrect about things, but there we go. Sandstrom has cleared Ridgeway as well. Stuart Milne's just lost a place to Putnieks as well. So Putnieks has gone through on the Scotsman there. There's a man from Latvia and has gone over the Scotsman there as well. Now I want to pick up here because Millie Kangas has slowly been pulling in Andy Flynn. Millie Kangas 148.975 goes up the inside over Andy Flynn, opens it up, takes the line away. Flint's got to go on the brakes there as well. Now Westman and Cherry are going at it again. Now if I was Cherry and Westman was going to do this, right, I would do that if I was Cherry. Cut his nose off and say, whoa, hold on a minute here, Priscilla. Not happening. But what he didn't do with Jimenez is he just didn't open it up a little bit. Now, what he has done with Westman is he come across Westman and said, no, I'm still ahead. I'm having the line off you. But he's in a tough spot at the moment because Westman's been looking quick all race.
Yep, he definitely has. I don't think Westman was quite far enough alongside in turn one to really warrant any space or anything, as you say. So that was very good defending from Cherry just to come across. Didn't compromise his line for the rest of the slow section and has kept a good gap to Westman. So looks like Westman's not going to be able to get him down into the hairpin. So it's very, very smart from Cherry so far. But again, we've talked about this all in the middle of the battle. So soon, if Westman's not fast to get past him, Glamsetter's going to be right on behind him. And Westman's going to have to be thinking both ways.
So what do you do then? Do you push Cherry and decide that you want some of it, you want the gap, you want to take the space away here if you're Westman? Or, as you say, do you sit there and think, well, I've got to do something. The problem is I've got Glamseater behind me. Oh, he's gone round. He's got... Oh. Or Westman could go and do that instead. Probably not the best, but I want to pick up a Milne and Putnieks as Westman does go off around the Bilston through turn 12. Milne's trying to run him up the inside. We've got Putnieks on the right. We've got Milne on the left as you're looking at your picture at the moment. And Milne's going to run Putnieks round the outside. And that is how you go round that chicane too wide, because Milne gave Putnieks a hell of a lot of room there and did a great job, and Putnieks said, okay, fair play, respect given, respect back, I'll go at it. What about Suarez and Sentence? You see them coming facing down towards us. Morrow and Sandstrom. Sandstrom's just gone up in front. Sentence is battling side by side with Suarez here as well. Piers, this is just going off all the way through the field.
Yeah, battles off and down. You absolutely love to see it. It looks like Suarez is going to hang on for now, but poor old Westman. I feel like I've got the commentator's curse. I was about to say that his car was looking really hooked up and he was going to get a good run out of that corner, but alas, it's all gone wrong for him. But yeah, Suarez the head of this 4-car battle here, and he's going to have to be spot on, nail every apex if he wants to keep in front of all these cars.
Yeah, what about Kessler? Kessler's been up to something here as well, unfortunately. Now, Kessler's livery was described by our good friend Mr. O'Leary as a tablecloth or a picnic tablecloth. And unfortunately, he's gone round coming out of turn 15, out of turn 15 here. So Kessler there out of turn 15. He has another minute, a moment, not long after this either. What did you get up to on your second one here? Oh no, it was the same incident. He's just gone round. There we go. So for them guys now, Suarez has now got sentence. We've also got Sandstrom, who's kind of up 25, did the first challenge here. I'm not going to lie. There's battles down with Reed Dennis and Louis Gregg and Michael LeMay. They're still going at it with Otlovs. Patrick Rowlands has taken a little bit of a divert off the side of the circuit at the moment. That's dropped him back as well here on lap 18. Suarez is going to bout to... I always wonder with something on that last turn, right? Every car I come here, and it doesn't matter whether it's a W13 or a W12, and Sandstrom's just said, well, you lot carry on fighting, I'm on my way down now. Here he comes, Sandstrom's going to go up the inside of Suarez. He's going to get 2! Oh, Sandstrom got 2! He's like a 2-for-1 special. Sandstrom went past Sentence, he went past Suarez. Wow. That's all I can say to that one from Jesper Sandstrom.
Oh yeah, what a move. Fiercely brave on the brakes there from Sandstrom, and he's fully reaped the rewards there as Suarez has had the opposite and he's gone down 2 positions. But now presses on Sandstrom from Sentence behind, so can he keep it in front?
Yeah, well, Suarez has also got Morrow tucked up right behind him here once more. Irvin Tumakun's fighting out with Adam Townsmer. He's going to try going around the outside of 7. This is, oh, you just needed that little bit more carrier speed. If Townsmer hadn't quite touched his brakes there, that would have been an interesting one, because it looked like Tumakun's got a lot better run out of turn 7 than Townsmer did there. So it was quite interesting to see how Townsmer just kind of lifted a little bit. Tumakun's had to check up, and then he lost that momentum he did have.
Yeah, it's very easy just to lose the momentum and lose your position just behind someone else, but I don't think it's going to cost him too much here. They're all so close. Looks like he's going to pull right back up and potentially make a move into the last few corners here.
Here we go now, up into 14 and 15. They're going to sweep round 13. The right-hander, full speed for these cars. And now here comes Tumakans. He's going to go up the inside of Townsman. Townsman's got no option. They've got to run side by side. Ish. Well, side by side-ish, should we say? That was close, wasn't it? I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, that was very close. I'm surprised Cornu didn't take advantage of that, because they were very slow, almost made it a bus stop chicane there with how slow they were going. But it looks like behind Potapenko is going to have a move up the inside here.
Yeah, now Townsman and Tumakans have swapped positions. Potapenko! Oh, no!
That's unfortunate for Talsma there. He's very much the innocent in that one there, as Potapenko just got too hot on the brakes, it looked like.
Yeah, I think he completely missed his braking spot, to be honest, did Potapenko. I'm not going to lie. He come in like a smoking gun, didn't get that car stopped. And unfortunately for Townsma, him and Potapenko here in turn 1 had a bit of a coming together on lap 20. I want to pick up with Swemstra and Aberdeen now. These guys have been close, but it does look like Aberdeen's carrying a little bit more speed here. I'm not going to lie. And he's not going to catch Martio up front, right? He's 11 seconds and dominating, should we say. Is he going to want to clear Swemstra, do we think? Do we think there's team orders in the Alcantech team, or are they just free to race?
I mean, you always hope for our sakes it's free to race, but if Aberdeen's not careful, he's going to have Newhoff up behind him. So, depending on how much faster he feels he could be than Swemstra, I feel like it could be worth them either going for an organised move or Aberdeen just trying to go for the overtakes. As I said, Newhoff behind is closing up fast.
Yeah, he definitely is, but it's going to be interesting to see here just how fast he is closing up once more. So we're just going to have to see what happens and whether or not these guys do attack, because as you say, the Dutchman of Newhoff is kind of going for it here, and he's closing up very, very slowly, but he is closing there as well. So unfortunately, but these guys, they're going to have to be careful from Newhoff behind. Now, further down, Glamseater and Cherry are still going at it. The 18 of Glamseater and the 55 of Cherry. It's been tight. It's been close. They've been battling, and yet Glamseater just can't quite get through enough here. He's got to have a go at Cherry, I think. But Cherry's not showing any signs of weakness, and that's my wonder where Glamseater's going to get through.
Yeah, there's nothing obvious at the moment. As you say, Cherry's been driving very well. He's been nailing every apex, so we're going to have to see something very impressive from Glamseater here if he wants to get through. Potentially, turn one has been a favourite all night, so if he can just close up in these final few corners down the back straight, and then set himself up for a nice move on the inside into turn one.
Well, he's got to try and set him up. That's the problem here, Piers. He's not going to only try and set him up. He's got to try and get close enough to Cherry up front. And Cherry at the moment just seems to have that better run through this middle section to hold Glamseater off enough now. Glamseater closes right in as we go left, we go right. The thing is with that corner, right, as much as you'd love to be able to take the curb, and sometimes the curb works in your favour, you can't bounce your car. Now, as we saw there, Glamseater bounced the car, and instantly with that, all momentum had gone. That car had bounced, stopped, gone. Now, he's got to try and set up here. He's got to have to dive deeper than just anything at the moment to try and get through, but he can't be taking as much curb as what he did do then. However, Ridgway, Morrow and Suarez. Ridgway's got in here hot. Where is Suarez? I thought Suarez might have been coming back through there. Oh, it didn't. It was putting the X, and there is Suarez there as well. So it's still battling throughout the field. Don't forget, this is 15th, 16th and 17th, guys. Scrapping away like an absolute banshee for these positions down in 15th, 16th and 17th. It's amazing.
Yeah, so close all round, and it's been really nice to see lots of nice clean action tonight. It's been very good, and everyone's been very fair with each other, I feel like. So hopefully it continues for these last 6 maps, as we're looking like some close finishes all the way through the field, really.
No, we definitely are, and one of them is that Webster, Aberdeen, Newhoff further up here. They're still running as they are, and Aberdeen, I don't know if he can't get through, I don't know if he's not making an effort to get through. However, he's got to go now, surely. Webster bounced the curb, and that's got to bring Aberdeen all the way in here. Oh, he did. I don't know, I don't know what Aberdeen's up to. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if he's going to make the move over the last 5 laps, if he's going to sit there and wait, or what the situation is, or if he's going to do completely the opposite and try and have a go at Webster. The problem is Newhoff now is coming, and now this is into a free with Millie Kangas, who's just also there as well in the background. You just saw him with the red livery on. This could be a 4-way here, and if this costs Aberdeen some positions, he's going to be kicking himself about now, because he could have had this Webster and didn't. So he's got to be a little bit careful now, because it could cost him 2 positions with Millie Kangas closing in as well.
Yep, definitely. We saw Newhoff come alive at Donington Park last week towards the end of the race. Those last 3, 4, 5 laps, he was absolutely flying, and it looks like he may have been doing the same again today. Just managing his pace, managing his fuel, and now he's going to make a final push towards the end. And yeah, Aberdeen looks like he could be the first victim here to Newhoff, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, well, we'll see if Aberdeen can defend. He's going to have to defend like an absolute trooper to try and hold off Newhoff. Newhoff is closing that Hydro Race Racing Forces over the Alcantech NHR by Nyman Racing, battling it out now for the 3rd and final podium position here. So we're going to have to see how this works out for Newhoff. The problem is not only behind that is that Newhoff got Aberdeen, he's got Millie Kangas as well. Newhoff's got to be looking up the inside, surely, of 16. Aberdeen gives him just enough room. And now this is it, down into turn 1 here. Is this where Newhoff's going to make his move? Is he going to be able to fight with Aberdeen? He's tucked up right behind him at the moment here as well. Is Newhoff just going to send it on Aberdeen? He is! He is! He is! Open it up! Aberdeen's running out of road. He's got the inside again, coming round turn 2 and 3. There's a back marker in the way who dives out the way, and now it's going to be side by... Oh! I don't know if I can take any more of this. This is just going crazy.
God, yeah, that was exciting. That was very brave from Aberdeen there on the brakes. He did really well there to keep in front of Newhoff, who now is under pressure himself from Milikangis. So, this is going to be an interesting end to the race for all these, as hopefully for Zwemstra, he hopes that he'll have pulled out enough of a gap now, and Aberdeen's going to have to close back up to him.
Yeah, I don't know. The problem is Milikangis has been looking quick, right? He's been quick all race. He's down 2 positions, but that isn't kind of justifiably where he should be as well. It looks like we may have lost Leonard Cherry, but he's still going with Morrow. So Cherry did look like he had a bit of a moment, and then Morrow, they're still fighting it out here. But Newhoff now is in that defensive position from Milikangis. He's got to try and do what he just did. Don't drive in your mirrors. Milikangis is only 1/10. Newhoff is on the defensive. Kangas trying to go around the outside now as well. Didn't make it through. Newhoff bounces one, Kirby bounces another. Martio sets the fastest lap, 1:48.637. And now Newhoff's left. Aberdeen has got almost a breath of fresh air as well here, Piers, because of the fact that Milikangis and Newhoff is fighting, and Newhoff's been driving defensively.
Yep, you can see how quickly things change in the space of just a lap. Newhoff's gone from on the attack, moving up for P3, to now fighting for P4 with Milikangis behind. He looks like Milikangis isn't going to force the move too much. Is he going to have a move into the Mercedes section? He's thinking about it. He sticks half a nose up the inside when Newhoff shuts him off there, and he'll definitely stay in front the next few corners. You don't really go side by side through these ones.
I'd be very surprised if Newhoff didn't shut the door. If he allowed Milikangis to come through, I would have been very surprised on that one. Milikangis had a nose, right? He probably had a little bit of a wing off the end plate, off the end there. But he didn't have his car, and I would have been surprised if Newhoff had left that gap open there. Suarez and Tumakins are battling out, Ridgway and Morrow. I just want to see how this plans out with Milikangis before we go down and have a look. We've got about 3 laps remaining. Milikangis is strong coming out that Dunlop. Look at the run he's got now. Now he's alongside just about. And Newhoff once more doesn't give him room. Milikangis is going to dive up the inside into turn 11 here. Is he going to be able to make it through? He is. And Newhoff ends up losing positions due to Milikangis going past him. Now I'm going to jump down to Cherry and Morrow and Ridgway, who are also still going at it here as well on lap 25.
Yeah, fantastic stuff there. Unlucky for Newhoff, and will be interesting to see. There's now a 1 second gap from Aberdeen to Milikangis, if that's enough. As we watch Cherry come up through the Schumacher S, flat out up through here, and he'll just be hoping to get close enough. Is he going to stick a nose up into turn 11? I think he's just going to sit behind for now. Ooh. Yeah, just going to sit behind. Very close stuff, but he'll be looking to get the run out of here, surely, as they come back now onto the back straight.
Around turn 13 now. Morrow is going to have a go of over Cherry. Morrow's going to be looking up the inside. Is he going to be able to make it through? Chuck Morrow and Cherry and Ridgway. Cherry's going to lose 2. Lose to Morrow. Lose to Ridgway. Lose to Putnieks. Is he or not here as well? Newhoff and Milikangis did swap positions very briefly there, guys. I did see it, but they didn't hold it. Newhoff did not manage to hold it over Milikangis, and Milikangis is now in front again. Putnieks is on the defence from Cherry. Ridgway is trying to, well, defend and attack there. That was kind of a half of half. That was almost like playing American football. You saw him doing defence and offence at the same time there, which was quite interesting. But Morrow has got Ridgway, Cherry and Putnieks right behind him. And then further down we've got Potapenko and Otlobs. And then we've got Spence and Townsmo. Of course, poor old Adam Townsmo got caught up in his own incident with Potapenko, because Potapenko ran in too hot into turn 1. So, you know, with 2 laps remaining here, I think we have to be honest. This has been an incredible race with Martio up front with a 15-second gap.
Yeah, absolutely dominant from Martio. Reminiscent of almost Verstappen in F1 at the moment. He just controlled it all the way, just been building the gap slowly, half a second every lap. And yeah, absolutely fantastic drive from him, and some really good drives the rest of the field. We've had really nice clean overtaking. Most people have been respectful, giving each other space, and yeah, really good stuff to see.
Yeah, definitely as well, guys. Don't forget you can get involved in the F3 IGP as well. Should be the links down in the description below there if you want to get yourselves and come and do some F3 action. Nuoff and Millikangas down into turn 1. Nuoff tries it again. I wanted to pick up. There's somebody on the gravel there. Don't know if that was actually Millikangas spitting gravel up into Nuoff. But Nuoff there almost made it through over Millikangas, just not quite. We're going to be on the last lap coming up here as well, as your leader is on their way round Dunlop on lap 27 before we go into the last lap. Now it looks like Webster's wrapped up second. It looks like Aberdeen's possibly wrapped up third, but it's now whether or not Millikangas and Nuoff have wrapped up fourth and fifth. The fact that Nuoff's dropped back a little bit, I would probably say it's nearly done. Stuart Milne and Irvin Tumagans, this is 17th and 18th running side by side around a Mercedes section here as well, Piers. And these guys haven't left each other alone for the whole entire race either.
Yeah, no, they've seen them battling all the way through, as you say, as Tumagans wasn't able to make the move there. Is he going to make a move? I'd be impressed if he goes on the outside round here. That's, yeah, not one way you go on the outside, but he'll just be sticking behind now, shaping up as we come into Dunlop Care and seeing if he can maybe make a move up the inside, but I think he's too far back for now. So all he's going to have to do is just... Oh, no, he is going to go for it. Oh, he nearly sticks a nose up there, but thinks better for it as they come round. Has he compromised his exit? I don't think so. But he's got to be aware of Cornu behind as well.
Yeah, it looks like on the final lap of the race now, Marzio is going to take this victory, bar any major melodramas, dramatic dramas, or any other dramas, is now where everybody else is going to finish. Webster and Aberdeen are back together again. Aberdeen, after driving defensively because of Nuoff trying to have a go, Nuoff got attacked by Millikangas, and Millikangas made it past him, and Aberdeen opened up a gap. The problem is now is Webster and Aberdeen, are they going to stay as they are? Is Aberdeen going to have a go on this last lap? It looks like the man in 29th, Alex Hopkins, is off the side of the circuit. You can see him on the left-hand side there, just gone through. What about Webster and Aberdeen here? If you're Aberdeen, would you take a dive, or would you just sit in third at the moment?
I think he's in third. I'd be very surprised. You don't dive your teammate going into the last lap for P2. There's a lot more to lose than there is to gain from this, so I don't think he's quite close enough, but you never know with these things. But I would be very surprised if he does make a dive into the last few corners here.
Well, to be fair, point system's fairly straightforward, 40 down to 1. So first we'll get 40 and then all the way down. So it's a fairly straightforward point system, nothing complicated about it whatsoever. Up through the Schumacher rest as they go. Martio is coming round the last corner. We've not really seen much of this Dutchman, I'm not gonna lie. I do apologise, but you've just been so quick that nobody's got near you. As he comes over the line and he wins this race by about 16 seconds and does the fastest lap on a 1:48.455 right at the end of the race there as well. Kevin Swemstra is going to come over this line for second place. Here he comes on the rundown now, Swemstra and Aberdeen as they were. What about Simon Fessy? He's going to come over the line just behind Andy Flynn. Putney and Cherry are still going at it all the way round turn 13 at the moment here as well. And now Putney seizes the opportunity. He's going to try and go side by side into 14. He tidies it up. He's going to want to get up the inside if he can. Cherry on the defensive. I do want to say one move there, Mr. Cherry. You know, we're not knitting jumpers here. We don't go across the side of the track there. Ridgeway, Cherry does hang on there from Putnieks. Not sure if that might be looked at here. It looks like Potapenko is going to hold on from Otlovs. What about Reno Scattini? Oh. Well, that's just unfortunate. Scattini goes round on the final lap here. Was this all on his own, though? Or was there contact? He's got the inside. No, it was all on your own. Rino Scattini there on the final lap of the race, Piers.
Yeah, it looked like he locked the rear brakes there, just maybe braked slightly too hard, has his brake bias slightly rearwards, and just locked up and spun on his own.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate still on the last lap.
Yeah, Matthew Gracie will be our last man there as well across the line. And a stellar job from them. And then here comes Alex Hopkins running down. Good evening, Phil. Hope you're well. Coming in right at the end of this race. What has just been very, very dramatic. It's been action-packed. It's been dramatic. And it has been won by Quio Tiago Matteo. If that isn't correct, please DM me and tell me. Who does take the victory over Kevin Swemstra by 16 seconds. Swemstra 4/10 ahead of Aberdeen. Milikangas a second back from them guys. And then you got Kenzie Newhoff in 5th. Andy Flint, a tremendous 6th place there. Great job from Flint as well. And stellar job. Started, finished exactly the same position. Simon Fessy, of course, who's gained 2 positions throughout the race with Connor Gibb. Tony Jimenez in 9th, Glamsey at 10th, and Jesper Sandström gained a whopping 28 positions. Yes, you did hear me correct, 28. Josh Sentence in 12th, Chuck Morrow 13th, Robert Ridgway 14th, Leonard Cherry 15th, Marcius Putniak, Stuart Milne and Irvin Tumakins 16th, 17th and 18th. Dennis Cornu 19th, Pedro Suarez 20th, Zoltan Samota 21st, Vyacheslav Potapenko 22nd, Marek Otlovs 23rd, Michael LeMay down in 24th, and Garrett Spence down in 25th. Then you've got Adam Townsma, who of course got caught up with Potapenko in 26th, Rino Scattini 27th, Roland's 28th, Marcello Kessler 29th, Louis Gregg 30th, and then Dorian Orujo in 31st, Matthew Gracie 32nd, Alex Hopkins 33rd, Reed Dennis 34th, and then we got Maximilian Gerbart down in 35th with Koji Ito there as well. And I think we have to admit there, Piers, Nurburgring didn't, I'm not going to say didn't deliver, but didn't fail to deliver because there was battles all the way through.
Yeah, fantastic battles up and down the field. We had really good stuff, but for me, my driver of the day has got to be Marteau up in front. Absolutely fantastic for him. I believe that was a Grand Slam because he had pole, led every lap, and got that fast lap at the end, as you say. So I think today that's been the Marteau Grand Prix.
Oof. Strong words there, but I have to agree. He has done an absolute stellar job. Have had Kevin Swemstra and Lee Aberdeen as well. It's been an absolute epic evening of racing. If you have missed it, guys, go back and rewatch it because it's been absolutely incredible. Right. Here we go now as well. Thank you so much for joining me here once more because it's been some epic evening of racing. Hope you've all had a wonderful Sunday. But for now, guys, from myself and Piers Berry up here in the booth, you all take care. Have a great week. And you never know, we might see you on the track sometime. Good night.